Hi there, and welcome to the Ingles table. I'm Angela Ramsey, and this is Kendall.
Hi.
And today, we're going to show you a fun recipe for carrot cake pancakes. We got everything that we need from our local Ingles, so let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do with these carrot cake pancakes is to start on your flax egg. And that just consists of 1 tablespoon flaxseed meal with 2.5 tablespoons of warm water. I boil the water on a stovetop in a small saucepan first for a while, let it cool, and then mix it in together. So we've already done that step, and we have our flax egg here. You can see the consistency is a lot like what you would expect from an egg. And to get that consistency, it needs to sit in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. So get that started first, and then by the time you're ready for the egg in the recipe, the flax egg, it'll be ready for you. So the next thing we're going to do, Kendall, is to make a vegan buttermilk. These pancakes are super fun and super yummy, but you would never know that they don't contain gluten, dairy, egg, soy at all. So we're going to take a non-dairy milk. Our favorite from Ingles is the Flax Milk. It's located right in the dairy aisle at Ingles Markets. It's a good non-dairy option. So we have Flax Milk here. It's nice and creamy. And to get that buttermilk flavor, we're going to add some apple cider vinegar. So 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar, and I'm gonna let you mix that up, Kendall. After you mix that up, you want that just to set over to the side for a few minutes. That will allow the apple cider vinegar to activate. Put it up right over there, how about that? Just slow and steady, there you go. So while she's doing that, we're gonna whisk together our dry ingredients. For this recipe, we did an all-purpose gluten-free flour. We're gonna do 1 cup of that. And then we're gonna add in our baking powder and our baking soda and just dump it in. Make sure you clean the bowl out. Tap, tap, tap. There you go. And then what we have next is some salt. So we're gonna get out a little 1/4 teaspoon of salt here. And then we're gonna add our spices. So go ahead and add those spices. That's what's gonna really make it taste like carrot cake. In there we have some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and some ginger. Do you smell that? That's one of my favorite smells. So we're gonna mix all that dry mixture up together in a little mixing bowl here. Just whisk it enough to where it combines. And then we're gonna set that aside. Now we'll take this flax milk and apple cider vinegar mixture here, and we're going to add a tablespoon of coconut oil. And you have to work fast at this part because that coconut oil will start to solidify and you don't want that to happen. So go ahead and add your vanilla. And then by this time, hopefully that flax egg has been setting in the refrigerator. It's ready for you. Just go ahead and pop that in here. And we're gonna whisk all those wet ingredients out. Go ahead, Kendall. Go ahead and whisk that up there real carefully. So while she's doing that, and we're going to talk about the cinnamon for a moment. If you don't know the difference between Ceylon and Cassava cinnamon, that's something you might want to look into. We found that this Ceylon cinnamon is something that our family would rather use. It's got some added health benefits, and if you use it quite frequently like we do, the Cassava can actually be toxic in large quantities. So we want to play on the safer side and try to find that Ceylon cinnamon, and Ingles carries it right in the spice aisle. So that's what we've added in here. Let's see, we're going to add this wet mixture, Kendall stir it up, to the dry mixture. Just make a puddle there in the middle. And we just whisk that up. Oh man, it's smelling really good, isn't it? You're a good whisker. I think I'm going to let you do this part. Do you mind? There you go. Whisk it real gentle. And then while she's doing that, we'll go ahead and add that cup of raisins. This is what really makes it taste like carrot cake. You might have to switch now that we added the raisins. Here you go. We'll take out the whisk because that whisk gets stuck, you know, if we keep the raisins in there, and you want to fold the raisins in. So just fold it over gently. Okay, are you ready for the carrots? Almost. Take that spatula, if you don't care, and scrape out those carrots for me. Scrape out we want every last bit of those shredded carrots. And don't try to cheat on this one if you can. Don't get the pre-shredded carrots in the grocery store. You need to try to get the fresh, because it's going to really pack the taste in if you get those fresh carrots, freshly grated, right when you're making the recipe. And make sure you grate it on the fine side, because the larger shreds that are usually in the pre-packaged carrot mixtures, they're not going to cook as fast. These pancakes cook really quickly, and we need those carrots to get soft in the amount of time it takes to make the pancake. You have it all mixed together? Let Mommy see for a minute. You're doing so awesome. Kendall is a great kitchen helper. She's very good at mixing things, so I'm glad she's here to help me today. She's very good at tasting things too, aren't you? Okay, so we have that all mixed up. If it looks too dry, you might want to add a little bit more of that non-dairy milk. If it looks too wet, you can just add a little bit more flour to thicken it up. Okay. All right, we're gonna prepare a skillet here. Our skillet's already prepared with a little bit of melted coconut oil. And the key to making these pancakes really fluffy is to make sure that skillet is hot enough. We want it just right between medium and low. But this one's been prepared for quite a bit, so I think it's time we can go ahead and start adding to it. All right. We take about 1/4 a cup. You can kind of eyeball it and just add it to the pan here. So we finished up the second pancake, and we've loaded it up with lots of good stuff. What do you see on top of that pancake, Kendall, that you like?
Some walnuts, maple syrup, and whipped cream, then some bananas.
That's right, it's loaded up, isn't it? We're ready to eat. So thank you for joining us here at the Ingles table. Be sure to check out the website for
more tips, tricks, and recipes. Bye, we'll see you in the next video.